The Town That Cancelled Christmas has one of the worst narratives ever. The pacing in this is diabolical, and I will give you timestamps to explain just how horrendous this is. This film is also known as A Merry Little Christmas, and it's also known as The Town That Banned Christmas. This was released in 2006. It's directed by John Dowling Jr. and Karl Fink and written by M.J. McIlvaine. And the reason I was drawn to this, aside from it being a Christmas film, is that we have Jane Sibbett playing Madeline and we have Matt McCoy as her husband Norbert. The town has an annual Christmas decoration competition, and every year Donnie Manning wins. He's played by Adam Ferrara. And the Bridges have just moved to town, and Norbert is determined that this year he's going to win. And people warn him against it because Donnie does win and you don't want to get on the wrong side of him. But Norbert is determined to enter. Sounds like it could be a fun film with lots of beautiful Christmas decorations and friendly rivalry, but it isn't. We get to see some decorations, of course, but nowhere near enough. Visually, it's not very engaging, and this is basically the entire film. And nothing else happens. I also didn't believe it. It just felt very unrealistic. The townsfolk didn't feel like they were part of this community, and it just felt very fake. It felt like I was watching a piece of fiction, which a good film never should. And the events in this were so dull, but the pacing was shockingly bad. So I will now explain what happens at two key times, just so you can see just how bad this film is. So these are spoilers, I guess, but I don't recommend the film unless there's somebody in the cast you particularly like and you want to see it for them. I'm glad to say I've seen it because I like Jane Sibbett, but that is the only reason. That means I don't regret having seen it. So, spoilers from now. One of the film's many titles is The Town That Cancelled Christmas, so I assumed it would be a film about a town where Christmas had been cancelled. And Christmas is cancelled 1 hour and 7 minutes into the film. It's a 1 hour 22-minute film, at least on the DVD version. So 1 hour and 7 minutes in, they decide to cancel Christmas. And 1 hour 17 minutes in, they uncancel Christmas. Christmas is cancelled for all of 10 minutes at the end of the film. What is the point? There is no point. And maybe that's one of the reasons why it ended up having a third title. But the third title, A Merry Little Christmas, is also just a load of rubbish because there's nothing merry about this film at all. It's not a good film. It's a terrible film. The narrative is appalling. It's a nice idea, and it could have been interesting in the right hands. But unfortunately, it's absolutely horrendous.